Hello everyone, Courtney here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video today, we're going to be diving deeper into the nervous system and really understanding the three core needs, the three essential nutrients that our nervous system needs in order to thrive, to be healthy, to find itself back to regulation. And why this is so important is because it really is ultimately the lens in which our entire life is being developed through. And so it really comes down to having a regulated nervous system and developing emotional intelligence is the key factor to the health of our body, the health of our mind, our emotions, so that we can thrive and that we can feel alive. So join me for this understanding of these three core needs. Let's dive in. So we're going to be diving deeper in coming videos really about kind of the function of the nervous system, its different parts. But in this video, I want to chat with you on these three core needs. And what I want you to understand in the broader sense of nervous system understanding, nervous system learning, kind of emotional wellness world is our nervous system really is our emotional sense organ, right? So it's what is happening outside of us externally that comes in, and it's then our nervous system that takes in this information of what's happening around us, but it's also then taking in what's happening in the world within you. So kind of what's happening within your body, within your organs, within your cells, within all of the different cellular communications. So all of your feelings, all of your sensations, what your organs are doing, what your breathing is doing, what your heart rate is doing, what your digestion is doing, what people are doing around you, it all comes down to the nervous system. It all comes down to how the nervous system is perceiving this, how it's understanding all of this information essentially that we're getting from outside of us and we're getting from within us. And so this part of us, our nervous system, it isn't something that can just be utilized through logic, through cognition. Our nervous system doesn't deal in logic and thinking, but very much feeling. This is why I call it this emotional sense organ, because it's sensing life and it's very deeply rooted in the feeling, in the emotions. And so our ability to be in our body and to feel what's going on and to be connected with that is so vital for our nervous system and vital for the way we see life and perceive life. So if we're not actually connected to our body and we're not listening to this nervous system part of us, we're leaving a huge piece of our overall intelligence behind, right? Most of us are taught, how to think, what to think, everything's up here in our mind. But honestly, one of the greatest ways we can develop and navigate our life and grow and become really the greatest person that we're designed to be is through this nervous system piece, is through our body, it's through our emotions, it's through our feelings. And so when we're taught to just push our emotions away or suppress certain bodily instincts or certain emotions are bad, what we're ultimately doing is creating a very distorted relationship with our body, with our this emotional sense organ that is our body, that is our nervous system. And so it's really important for us to kind of relearn this language of our body, relearn this language of our nervous system. Now, within the nervous system, it's this entire network of nerves, of this wiring that is going through our entire body to every single organ. It's feeling, it's sensing, and it's communicating with every single part of us. And it goes to our brain, right? To our organs, to our muscles, and it is shaped. Our nervous system is literally wired and shaped around and pattern around what we go through in life, every experience, every feeling we have, every conversation we have, every just moment in time. Your nervous system is taking that in as data, as information, and it's creating patterns, it's creating imprints and wiring. And it's from these experiences that we have, even when we're still in the womb. It's these experiences that we have that play a role in the overall development of whether we have a really healthy, resilient, regulated nervous system, or if things are more in that unhealthy, dysregulated state. And so it's this system, our nervous system, our body, that is the bridge between what's happening outside of us and how we're perceiving that, right? The world around us, our relationships, our friendships, who we are in the world, to what is happening, though, inside of us, kind of internally on that emotional level. On the mental level, right, our thoughts, and then that physical level of our health and the well-being of our body. So if this massive piece, like, I hope you're understanding how important the nervous system is. With this massive piece of intelligence, if we're disconnected from the nervous system, if we're not understanding how important it is and we're not working with it, if we're disconnected from this awareness of it, then it honestly is no surprise that most people are living very disconnected, dysregulated, all over the place, right? Type of lives, stressful lives. And so we aren't sensing in an accurate way if we're disconnected from our nervous system, if we are in a dysregulated state. That's what I mean when disconnected from our nervous system. Obviously, we're always connected to it, but if we aren't listening to it and working with it, then we're disconnected from it, right? And so that's going to lead to this dysregulation. So one huge piece of the nervous system is that it's this main line of communication about whether we're safe or whether we're in danger. This is really a huge role that the nervous system plays. It alerts us, you're good, you're safe, everything's all right, or it's like, whoo, alert, everything is going wrong. You need to run, you need to freeze, you need to fight back, whatever kind of signals you get, right? So when we're in danger, it's our nervous system that senses this, and it sends in those reinforcements to tell us to run, to freeze, to fight back, sort of thing. When it's safe, again, it signals that, okay, you're good, you can relax now, you don't need to keep running or anything like that. So if this system, though, is dysregulated, if this system isn't working properly, right, it's not healthy, then things go awry. Even if we're, let's say, in a safe place, we might think we're in threat. The body is saying, there's something bad here, you need to go into survival. And so there's a whole cascade of things chemically that happen in the body. And this all happens, right, internally. And so this process, right, of if our nervous system, if we're disconnected and it's dysregulated, it can lead us into all sorts of issues in life, right, with how we're perceiving life, and then issues with maybe what's happening, this cascade of events for the health of our body. And so this is where understanding what the nervous system actually needs to be healthy, so that it can function in a regulated, resilient way, is so important. Without understanding what the nervous system actually needs, you're going to be searching, right, for all these different things to help regulate your nervous system. But truly, there's 3 vital nutrients that if you can start meeting these needs within yourself, within your nervous system, you're going to start rebuilding connection, and you're going to start rebuilding that regulation within your nervous system, okay? So we can start meeting these 3 needs, these 3 essential nutrients within ourselves. And that way we can start thriving again, and we can start seeing life as it truly is. We can start having these healthy relationships. We can start rebuilding the health of our body. So the 3 essential nutrients, let's get into these. So you can think of these kind of 3 needs, let's say like a plant. So a plant needs what? It needs water, it needs healthy soil, good nutrient-rich soil, and it needs sunlight for it to thrive, for it to grow in a really healthy manner. For us, you can see us as something similar. We need 3 nutrients for our nervous system to be able to access regulation, health, vitality, resiliency, right? That is the natural state that our nervous system wants to be in, but it needs these 3 nutrients. So for us, we need, number 1, safety, we need connection, and we need respect or choice, kind of respect/choice, right? Those are the category in of itself. So in all moments of life, the nervous system is scanning. It's experiencing life and it's saying, am I getting this need? Am I getting this nutrient? Am I getting this nutrient? I need this nutrient, right? Am I getting it from this experience? Am I getting it from this person? And if one or multiple of these nutrients are not met in that situation, our nervous system makes this imprint, it makes this pattern inside that this moment in time, how this experience went, who this person was, this isn't healthy, right? Maybe it wasn't a safe moment. Maybe we weren't connected. We didn't get connection. Maybe we didn't get the choice, right? Or the respect that we felt we should have had. And so your nervous system will memorize that and it will lay down an imprint saying, this was a moment where we didn't get our needs met. And so this is a moment of threat. This is a moment where we need to go into survival. Okay. And so in essence, what we're trying to do is try our best to get all these 3 needs met in every single moment in life. Okay. Now, obviously easier said than done. And it takes a lot of retrospect work to understand that probably a lot of the moments that you feel dysregulated around were because you didn't get one of these 3 or multiple, right, of these 3 needs met in that moment. And so when you didn't get one of these 3 or all of these 3 essential nutrients met, your system recognizes that and it went into a moment of saying, we're not nourished, right? And so this moment isn't good for us. This person isn't good for us. This type of experience isn't good for us. And so the more and more we don't get these needs met, the more and more our system becomes dysregulated. The more and more we push away, right? Those moments and we don't feel and we repress or we push certain people away. This is why. It's because our body, our nervous system, as intelligent as it is, recognized that and said, we shouldn't be here. This isn't good for us. We're not getting our needs met. Okay. So what we get to do now, like we can't go back and change the past, right? What we get to do now, and this is why it's so important to start understanding and learning the education of the nervous system and of emotional wellness, is we get the chance now, here in the present moment, in real time, and all of our future moments, we have the opportunity to start meeting these 3 essential nutrients in our nervous system in all these moments of time. So when a moment of dysregulation or a trigger presents itself to you, it's now an opportunity to say, I get to meet and nourish these needs within my nervous system in a healthy way, rather than continuing to suppress or run from this person or run from this experience, right? Or run from myself, run from the pain in my body, etc. Okay? So let's kind of dive into these 3 needs so that you can kind of understand what they are. And in coming videos, we're going to talk more about how to start meeting these needs in a really healthy way. So the first need was safety. okay? Safety is the foundational need of our nervous system. When I work with clients, we develop, as long as we need to, we work on developing safety in their nervous system. Because we might think we're safe up here, we might cognitively know it, but if the body hasn't learned how to feel like this embodied sense of safety in the midst of stress, in the midst of pain, in the midst of hardship, it's always going to kick over into survival mode. It's always going to kick over into threat dysregulation mode, okay? So understanding that safety is a thing that we have to develop within ourselves. It's a practice that's vital for our nervous system to expand into feeling regulated. It's that important. So this is not something we can simply, again, do up in our head. It is a very full body type of feeling based experience. Again, that's what the nervous system learns on, is experiences, it's on feelings, okay? So this is why when someone might tell you, or tell a young child, right, like, calm down, or you try to mindset your way through something, this is why this might not be effective, is because we can't get to safety up here in our head. We have to get to safety here in our body, in our nervous system. So this is why we can't just behavior change or life change our way out of this core need of safety, is because the nervous system has to begin registering and laying down, right, these experiences and these imprints and patterns of safety on the body level, on the feeling level. And again, we're gonna dive deeper into this one in future videos. But this is, like I said, the most important and foundational piece is this ability to access safety in the body again, maybe after years of being totally disconnected from the feeling level, right? So many of us were taught to fear pain. We're taught to fear certain emotions. And so we literally push feeling away. And when we do that, we close up our system, our nervous system, of its capacity to feel anything, right? And so this feeling of safety is actually a very hard one for people to have, is because they've kind of pushed away a lot of feeling. And so most of our lives were spent kind of unconsciously trying to get out of pain, get out of anything uncomfortable, because that's kind of how we've created this way of trying to access safety, is I'm only safe if I don't have any pain. I'm only safe if like everything is going good in my life. I'm only safe if I'm in a certain relationship, or I have a certain amount of money, right? Like financial security, or I never make anyone mad at me, or I'm never wrong, right? We kind of make these stories around what safety can be like for us, but it is the very real experience of our nervous system to be able to hold these harder moments, the stress, right, in our body, and not turn to maybe survival, not turn to that survival stress response, but actually be able to still access moments of, this is okay, I'm still safe, but it's got to be on that feeling level. So reestablishing this pathway back to feeling this embodied sense of safety, rather than doing our way to safety, is really important, because that's really what brings this restoration sense back to the nervous system. Okay, so that was the first need. The second need that our nervous system has, this piece of nourishment, is connection. Okay, this is all about connection to ourselves, to our body, to our feeling, to our sensations, to the language that's happening in our body. And it's also connection to the world around us, right? To others, to relationships, and also this connection to life itself. So to nature, to just the world around us. And so this need is really, really important as well, obviously. Because from a young age, we're built to be reliant on a caregiver. That is part of this co-nourishment, this co-regulation piece that we have as human beings, as mammals, is we are created and wired to be in relationship with each other. And so this ability to feel connected, to feel loved, to be held, supported, is what wires our nervous system and tells our nervous system we're safe. We can be regulated, right? We don't have to go into survival. So when we don't get that healthy need of connection, whether it's within ourselves, with others, with the world around us, then things go awry. We are created to be in relationship. It's how our brain and our sensory organs, every part of our body, develop. They develop around the love, the connection. And so this is why being in healthy, co-nourishing relationships is vital to help the nervous system, again, feel safe and supported. And that way we can thrive both within ourselves and in our relationships. But again, if this piece of connection is disrupted, it's threatened, we didn't get it at an early age, etc., our nervous system is going to recognize that as a threat, and it'll go into more of that dysregulated state. Okay, so building strong relationship within yourself, which again we're going to talk more about, being able to trust yourself, follow yourself, is vital, and also having people in life who you can trust, who feel safe for you, who respect you, is vital, so that we can handle the harder moments in life, so that we can rebuild this regulation piece. Okay, now the third vital nutrient is respect and choice. So with choice, it's this feeling like we have a sense of say. We have this sense of respect, right? We have dignity. Whether we're young or, older, we all need this sense of choice in every situation, where we're able to move about our life. We're able to feel what we need to feel. We're able to express as we need to express in a way that's best for us. But when that choice is taken away from us, when we're not able to move around as we need to, when we feel like we're not able to express or to feel in a certain way that feels right for us, that feels like a natural impulse for us, then our system is going to sense this as a threat and kind of tell us that we're trapped or stuck, that we need to run away, that we need to fight back, that we need to freeze. All the kind of dysregulated response, or the stress responses of our system. So when we feel like we don't have a choice and we're just thrown into something that we can't get out of, oftentimes we'll go into that stress survival response. And it's, if we don't learn how to navigate that, if we don't learn how to get our choice back in those moments, over time, we'll get into that deep state of dysregulation. So the ability to find access to choice in every single moment, to somehow find respect, whether it's for yourself or, within yourself, or communicating that you're not feeling respected, is so important, so that our nervous system can again sense, hey, this is a okay situation. Oh, okay, I can be, I'm getting this need of choice here. I don't have to go into this survival response. Okay, so when we have options, when we have choice, when we're respected, now we're able to anchor back into safety and regulation. Okay, so think about moments in time or current experiences right now that you feel pop up and you get in a dysregulated state, or you get highly triggered. And see them maybe through the lens of these 3 needs. Are you feeling safe in that moment? Do you feel connected to yourself? Do you feel connected to that situation? Do you feel connected to that person? And do you feel like you have choice here? Are you feeling respected? Right? Just kind of look at them through the lens of those 3 needs, and start asking yourself, what need here, these 3 vital nutrients, what am I not getting met here? Okay. Maybe it's safety and connection. Maybe it's all 3. Maybe it's, a combination, but start having these kind of introspective conversations with yourself of, in this trigger, in this moment of dysregulation, where am I getting, what's the malnourishment right now? Is it safety, connection, choice, combination? And can I start meeting these needs in this given moment? And again, we're going to dive deeper into how to meet these needs, but I wanted to just educate you on what these 3 needs in of themselves are, so that you can start just seeing life maybe through the lens of, wow, I haven't been getting these 3 needs met, and this is why I'm in a dysregulated state. This is why things feel so stressful or so chaotic. And when we can start meeting these 3 needs in all of these moments of fear, of dysregulation, of pain, of chaos, of stress, what you'll start to feel and see for your life is that you're finding a greater sense of regulation. You're finding a greater sense of resiliency within yourself. You can handle these harder moments in life that used to just throw you over the edge. And now you're like, oh, I know that I can restore safety. I know that I can feel this and come back to myself. Or I know that I can now start to ask for what I need and build this sense of choice, okay? And this is how we start nourishing our nervous system again. It's in these real time moments of life, okay? So you have this power within yourself to begin meeting these 3 needs for your life, for your nervous system. And by doing this again and again and practicing, trust me, I've been practicing this for years of, okay, what am I not getting met here? Okay, how can I meet this need? When you do this again and again and again, you rebuild this nervous system capacity. You rebuild the health of your nervous system back to one that is deeply regulated, that is resilient, one that you're connected to, so that even when life gets challenging, you can handle it and you feel so much different, more confident. You trust in yourself and you trust in life differently. So remember, our body is perceiving life. It's not our brain, our mind, it's our body that's sensing and perceiving life, right? It's our nervous system. And so if these 3 needs are not getting met in situations in life, then it's your body that's going to know the difference, and it's going to come to your defense. Like, it's just so wise, and it wants to protect you and take care of you. So instead of trying to override it with mind setting or trying to, always trying to get out of pain, it's time that we start understanding what we actually need and start working with it and start building this sense of resiliency back, right? Start building this health of our nervous system back within ourselves. And this is how we truly heal, thrive, and feel alive. So if this video resonated, please share this video. I want to get this work out to as many people as possible so that we can start working with our system, so that we can start understanding ourselves and meeting these needs in real time. So please share, please like, subscribe to my channel. That is it for today, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. You are a farmer and